Hello everyone, Mr. Schultz here, and I'm here to explain volume of a cylinder. I kind of like how it looks like a prism, where it has a shape and it repeats with the height all the way down. And it has two opposite congruent shapes. So if we were thinking about it, the volume will equal to the area of the base times the height, where the area of the base is the area of the base. But in this part of it, the area of the base is a circle, and the area of a circle is equal to pi r squared. So in this situation, the volume is equal to pi r squared times the height. That's it. So we have to figure out what is r, the radius, and what's the height. Plug, chug, get the answer. Before I continue, make sure that you put your first name and your last name, as well as the date and your period number. Alright guys, here we go. So number 1, we're going to do number 1, maybe 3 and 4. So number 1, the area, so this is a cylinder. The area of the base times how many times does it repeat going up? Well, I know that the height is equal to 10 inches and the radius is equal to 3 inches. And the volume will equal pi r squared times the height. Well, now I just need to use my handy dandy calculator to do pi times 3 inches squared times the height, which is 10 inches. But for this problem right here, I'll skip that. I know I'm going to have 9 inches squared times 10 inches. So I'm going to get 90 cubic inches times pi. I can't get away with that. I have to actually find out what is the answer. So at the moment, I'm going to get out my calculator. And I'm going to turn it on. And I'm going to figure out 90 times pi. And that should give me the answer of 282.74. So let's write that down. So we get 282.74 inches cubed. Write that in. But before we throw that calculator away, let's bring it back. Just so that you understand, the area of a cylinder, or the volume of a cylinder, is the area of the shape. So we're going to do pi times the radius, which is 3 inches, to the second power times the height, which is 10. And that gives us the same answer. There we go, guys. Let's do the next one. Let's do number 3. So we have to figure out what is the height and what's the radius. Well, the height for this one, let's go like this. The height is 5 miles. And the radius is, oh look, they give us the diameter. Well, the radius is half that, so it's going to be 5 miles. So the volume is equal to pi r squared times the height. So the volume is equal to pi times 5 miles squared times 5 miles. So that's going to be 5 times 5 times 5. So it's 125 times pi. Well, let's put the work into the calculator. I'm going to have pi times 5 squared times 5. That would also be 5 to the third power, or 125. I get 392.7. So 392.7. But it's in not miles, but cubic miles, or miles cubed. Now for this one, although it's on its side, the area of the base is a circle, which is pi r squared. So the radius for this one is not 9, like we were like, oh, like it's this one, it's 9. Or hey, look, it's left to right here, or left to right here. No, it's going to be 8 miles. And my height is equal to 9 miles. This is one of those that might be a little tricky. You just have to make sure that you understand what's the base, what repeats, and how many times is a repeat. So we see this in prisms. Later we're going to see it. It's like, hey, it's a triangle and it repeats. That's a triangular prism. It's a square and it repeats. That's a rectangular prism. But we'll get to that later. All right, guys. You guys have a good day, and I'll see you in class. Bye.